and it's happening at the People's Square Government House in Katsina. This conversation continues online. If you go on YouTube, there are 2 streaming platforms. You just need to find which one has this interview ongoing. We're also going to repeat the conversation later on, I think around 4 a.m. tomorrow. Right?
Master of Ceremony, I'll be working closely with Mr. Jibril Suleiman, MC Big Boy. Your Excellency, with your confirmation, I want to, at this point in time, invite the Honorable Grand Kadi for the opening prayer. Honorable Grand Kadi, sir.
Salati ga Annabi sallallahu alaihi wa sallam. Allah ya ansha addu'a mu, Allah ya ba mu lahiya, ya ba mu zama lahiya. Allah ya kwaranye mana fitinu da suka addabe mu. Ubangiji Allah ya mana jagoranci baki ɗaya, shugabannin mu Allah ya musu jagora. Mai girma gwamna da ya assasi wannan al'amari, Ubangiji Allah ya amshi wannan aiki nasu ya mashi jagora. Allah ya saka da alkhairi. Waɗanda za su amfana da waɗannan abubuwa Allah ya sa su ci gajiyarsu, kuma Allah ya zama sanadiya na kawar da talauci da zaman banza da muke fama da shi a garuruwanmu. Manyan baƙi da suka halarci wannan taro, Ubangiji Allah ya musu albarka, ya mai da kowa gidansa lafiya. Ubangiji Allah ya mana jagora. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad wa raham Muhammad wa ala Muhammad wa barik ala Muhammad wa ala ali Muhammad kama sallaita wa rahimta wa barakta ala Ibrahim innaka Hamidum Majid. Allahumma asina abatana fil ما لا يكشف غيرك. اللهم ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
Thank you, Honorable Grand Kadi. Now, having said the opening prayer, at this point in time, we will be taking the welcome address. I'd like to invite to the microphone the Honorable Commissioner of Agriculture and Livestock Development, Professor Ahmed Mohamed Bakuri, to proceed with the welcome address. Honorable Commissioner, sir.
Your Excellency, sir, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Dikko Radda, PhD, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of Katsina State, Haji Faruk Jobe, Sarkin Fulani Jobe, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari, the National Chairman of our great party, ably represented by the Secretary of the National Party. Permit me to stand on the existing protocol. It is my honor and privilege to welcome you all to the official flag-off ceremony of the 2024-2025 dry season distribution of 50,000 fertilizer, 4,000 power tillers, 4,000 solar water pumps to the committed farmers in Katsina State by His Excellency Dikko Radda, and to be commissioned by the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Senator Abubakar Kyari. As we all believe that food is vital for human survival, Katsina State government top priority has always been to produce enough food for our over 10 million people, out of which 85% of the indigenous of Katsina State are engaged in agricultural activities. You may also wish to believe with me that agriculture and food security has been listed as one of the key priorities of this administration strategic plan 2024-2043. According to the plan, agriculture and livestock industry will be transformed to a modern value chain that creates wealth, employment, industrialization, and food security. I must express my gratitude to Dikko Radda, PhD, CON, the Governor of Katsina State, notable achievement through collaboration with federal, local government, especially being one of the frontline states to help achieve Mr. President's agenda on food security in the country. Last year, we started our activity with dry season farming program for food security as pilot, where we supported farmers under six communities that produce tomato, pepper, onion, cabbage, carrot, and watermelon in each of the 34 local governments of the state. And herbicide and insecticide distributed during the dry season of 2023-2024 season. We already scaled up by supporting farmers with not only fertilizer input, but also power tillers and solar water pumping machine in order to expand the scale of production, increase productivity, reduce drudgery, reduce unemployment, improve livelihood, and stimulate sustainable agricultural production in the state. Let me echo this to the target beneficiaries of this gesture, that this support is not business as usual. Where the beneficiary collects and sells to the market, we have devised a means of curbing that behavior by ensuring monitoring of the beneficiaries and surveillance to track the movement of the machineries, and they are all engraved to indicate they are not for sale. For those that will consider them as saboteurs of progress and will deal with them. I would also wish to reaffirm Dikko Radda administration unwavering commitment to the progress and welfare of our farmers and promise to work tirelessly to create an enabling environment for agriculture to thrive so that together we can build a robust, moral, resilient, and prosperous future for all and sundry. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all come together to build our future by supporting our cultural revolution initiative by His Excellency Dikko Radda, which is embedded in the Build the Future plan of this administration. Finally, I wish all our farmers in a successful dry season farming operation that will translate to increased productivity and sustainable agricultural development. On behalf of the entire farmers of Katsina State and the entire staff of Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development, we thank His Excellency for the wonderful performance in the 2024 farming season. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Honorable Commissioner. At this point in time, I want to usher in my co-MC. I'll identify my preamble as MC Big Boy, but to me, he's a big man, looking at his size and the age, to invite the next speaker, MC Big Boy.
Well, thank you very much. In creating the heavens and the earth, and all that dwells within and in between, the Almighty never had to consult anybody. After all, He's omnipotent, omniscient, and merciful, one whose actions are beyond being questioned. The Almighty's a wish. We're here today in the 23rd day of the month of December, the year 2024, on the Gregorian calendar, which is equivalent to the 21st day of Jamada 30, Jamada Ula, 1446 after the Hijrah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, while adopting the already existing protocol, I will straight away move to the next another program menu, inviting a true Nigerian that combines philosophical sagacity and political savvy. He was at the National Assembly as the Senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, a former Deputy National Chair of the APC, and of course, now the substitute Minister in the Ministry of Agriculture, and of course, Health Security in the Federal Republic of Nigeria, inviting to this thing distinguished Senator Abubakar Kyari as he so make his own remarks. Let's give him please a round of applause as he step up. You're welcome, sir. Let's clap for him, ladies and gentlemen, please. Abubakar Kyari, CON, you're welcome, sir.
Huh? Where is it? This way? Oh. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. Your Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Malam Dikko Umar Radda, PhD, CON, Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor, the National Chairman of the All Progressives Congress, APC, the greatest party in the whole of Africa, ably represented by the National Secretary, my brother, Senator Basiru, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly and other members of the State House of Assembly, the members of National Assembly, the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture and Livestock Development and other honorable commissioners here present, our royal fathers, the Grand Cadi, Your Excellency, permit me at this point forward to stand on the existing protocol. It is with immense joy that I have come here to witness the launching of 4,000 power tillers, 4,000 solar water pumps, and 48,000 bags of fertilizer, all to be unveiled today for the benefit of Katsina State farmers, with an end to boost agricultural production in the state and to further accentuate and cement the contribution of this frontline state to our collective drive for food and nutrition security of Nigeria. I must commend the relentless efforts of the Executive Governor of Katsina State, His Excellency Malam Dikko Umar Radda, PhD, CON, who with purposeful vigor has continued to pursue positive courses with many focal areas of his administration in Katsina State, particularly keen into all the laudable programs and interventions initiated by the renewed hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, to boost agricultural activities, increase yield, and invariably achieve sustainable agricultural development in the country at large. Today's event is a testament to His Excellency, the Executive Governor's determination to once again walk the talk, and for this, he deserves an applause. By its geographical location, Katsina State can only have relatively limited amount of rainfall compared to the southern parts of the country, which severely limits agricultural activities to the wet season. In the absence of productive engagements during the remainder of the year, idleness can trigger several vices, aggravate poverty, and unnecessarily waste opportunities. Incidentally, Katsina is amenable to dry season farming on the condition that the right facilities, a quick the Katsina State government has done with the procurement of modern implements, which includes 4,000 power tillers, 4,000 solar water pumps, and 48,000 bags of fertilizers. These interventions, without doubt, will guarantee increased production, livelihood, through promotion of sustainable practices and optimum resource use efficiency. There are, I believe, many ways of looking at this laudable step by the Katsina State government. As we all know, with the removal of fuel subsidy, the price of petrol has invariably gone up, such that it left our farmers on their own, who are desirous of production during the dry season. These are mostly smallholder farmers who can least afford the high cost of fuel and therefore drastically reduce their acreage of cultivation or pass the cost on to the consumers of the surplus that they produce, and the latter will further aggravate the country's aggregate food inflation numbers. Let me also add that the acquisition of environmentally friendly solar water pumps is a praiseworthy step as part of the demands of climate-smart agricultural practice. By relying on renewable energy to run the water pumps and greening the field with cultivated crops, Katsina is contributing to Nigeria's carbon credit, and this is one move I would recommend to other states so that collectively we all make progress. That supporting farmers with these implements and fertilizers, the state government huge burden of the farmers and enabling them to cultivate and tend to their crops. This kind of supportive intervention is in line with the call by the federal government for greater cooperation and collaboration between the federal government and sub-national entities. While the federal government, through the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, will continue to ensure the availability of certified and affordable quality seeds and approve agro-inputs, it is evident that the federal government alone cannot reach all the nooks and crannies of the farmlands in this country. This is why we are encouraging state governments to key into the measures being implemented by the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security in fulfillment of the mandate to meet the goals of the state of emergency declared on food security by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR. It is on record that Katsina, as one of the frontline states with comparative advantage to produce various crops, both during wet and dry irrigation facilities, under the leadership of His Excellency, it is prominently occupying one of the leading positions initiated by the federal government. Evidently, Katsina was one of the states where production took place with 99.7% success recorded during the 2023-2024 dry season wheat cultivation, 100% success recorded relative to targets in the second phase of the 2023-2024 dry season farming, as well as 98.23% success recorded in the last 2024 wet season, all under the federal government, Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, National Agricultural Growth Scheme, Agro Pocket Input Support Program. In the ongoing 2024-2025 dry season production program, Katsina was targeted have so far achieved 12,217,000 hectares, and farmers representing 81.45% and one of the highest among the selected wheat producing states. The state will also feature prominently in the upcoming Phase 2 of the 2024-2025 dry season program. Ladies and gentlemen, it is heartwarming to note, to ensure seamless implementation of the NAGS program, there were set guidelines including the confinement of commitment on state governments in the areas of clearing irrigation clusters, registration of genuine farmers, and deployment and training of agricultural extension agents. Provision of security covers for all clusters, as well as attachment of registered agricultural. I'm glad to inform you that Katsina State Government has performed credibly well in carrying out these commitments so far. Before I conclude, I would like to say a word or two to the farmers. That is, the beneficiaries of all the interventions both by the federal and the state governments. But let me assure you that the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, GCFR, is a farmers-friendly government. The federal government has set several goals in the Renewed Hope agenda, with agriculture having a leading position. We at the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security are taking the achievement of these goals very seriously and would like to reiterate that the federal government support for farmers is unwavering and will continue to grow. Let me also urge farmers not to regard these implements and solar-powered water pumps as an entitlement because it's simply government property, and to believe that it does not belong to anybody. On the contrary, you must see and treat these implements and pumps as your own. You must secure and care for them so that they can be available to enable you continue to earn progressively and improve standards of your living on your farm fields. You must also apply the fertilizer in the right proportion and at the right time for optimal outcome. On this note, it is my privilege to witness this laudable program, and Your Excellency, because of what you have initiated, I have also, at the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security, we have in our store here, and I'll also match some of your numbers, but may not be necessarily the kind of items that we have. But the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Food Security to this venture will also donate 4,000 pieces of 3-inch water pump machines, 4,000 units of knapsack sprayers, 4,000 liters of insecticide chemicals, 4,000 liters of selective herbicide, 4,000 liters of non-selective herbicides, 4,000 liters of organic fertilizer, and 4,000 liters of hematic storage bags. This is our little contribution, and we also have some more to come in the near future. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I think you will agree with me that the secret of happiness is to say what is right, but know what we think is right. Honor is given to whom honor is due. I'm quite impressed with the Honorable Minister's affirmation that Katsina State has done well. This indeed laudable step will certainly guarantee food security. Now, I wish to announce that those that are standing in front of the main stand, please, I was directed to inform you that please do move away. We should clear away. Wanda ke tsaye gaban wannan rumfa an bani umarni in shaida muku da Allah a duka a bar tsakiyar wurin nan inda kayayyakin nan suke. Dukkan mu koma gefe. Thank you. Now from a distinguished senator to another distinguished senator, it is my honor at this point in time to invite distinguished Senator Surajuddin Ajibola Basiru, PhD, VL, to please build on with his good message. He is the National Secretary of the All Progressive Congress. Join me to welcome him. May we put our hands together for him. Let's put our hands together for the National Secretary of the All Progressive Congress as I invite him for his input. Secretary, sir.
A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. May Girma Malam Dikko Umar Radda, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, the Deputy Governor of Katsina State, my brother and my distinguished colleague, Senator Kyari, the Honorable Minister for Agriculture and Food Security, the Honorable Commissioner for Agriculture and Livestock Development, Katsina State. I stand on the existing protocol, but I must recognize the state chairman of the party in Katsina State for being the host of the party today. First and foremost, I apologize on behalf of our leader, the national chairman of the All Progressives Congress, Dr. Abdullahi Umaru Ganduje, who is unavoidably absent. He would have loved to be here, and because of the seriousness that is attached to this landmark program by our amiable working governor, I had to leave Oshogbo in Osun State this morning and arrive Katsina by this time to be able to attend to this occasion. What we are seeing today is the tip of the iceberg of the quantity of relevant items that has been procured and been distributed by the Katsina State Army Governor. One of the cardinal principles of the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is to take Nigeria back to the path of productivity. Gone will be the era where there will be no work and people will just be milking the country dry. And one of the areas that our country has comparative advantage is in the area of agriculture and livestock. Therefore, I commend the governor of Katsina State for correctly and aptly naming his ministry, Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock Development. Because all of us know that if not for the livestock effort in northern Nigeria, we will have serious problem being able to meet the needs of livestock of Nigerian people. Secondly, food security is an important aspect of the Renew Hope agenda of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And the only way you can realize this civil security is to be able to ensure that farmers are enabled with equipment and necessary resources to be able to farm on a large scale. When you see the arrays of what has been put here today, you have hand power tillers. It will mean that the yield and the ability of our farmers to procure large expanse of land has been announced by our governor, Governor Dikko Radda in Katsina State. Secondly, water is also essential, particularly in this part of the country, to be able to enable farmers to farm all year round. And today, 4,000 solar-powered water pumps is being distributed to farmers across Katsina State. It will mean that by this time next year, the production of our farmers in Katsina State will be doubled. And for Nigeria, we have a benefit of the fact that huge amount of foreign exchange that we are using in bringing food will definitely be reduced, and that will enhance the value and the strength of our currency. When people talk about unification of foreign exchange, it's an important aspect of the policy of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and the only way that we can improve the earnings and the power and the value of the naira is to engage in productivity, local production, so that our export will be higher than our import. They will be able to enhance our economy. So this effort, we must say, is commendable, and on behalf of the party, APC, and the leadership of the APC, we congratulate and commend our governor in Katsina State for this very wonderful effort. Then when you also want to improve your yield, you require fertilizers. And to put addition to that, our minister has also graciously, on behalf of the federal government, added herbicide and some other equipment that will work to be able to ensure that the yield of our farmers will be enhanced in Katsina State. Your Excellency, sir, on behalf of the National Working Committee of the party, I want Your Excellency to set up a monitoring team and an evaluation team so that on a quarterly basis, and by this time next year, we will have empirical data as to the level that the yield and productivity of our farmers in Katsina State has been enhanced by this wonderful effort and investment in enhancing food security in Nigeria. I thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much. That has been the engine room of the ruling party and the most popular political party in Sub-Saharan Africa. We thank you most sincerely, the Secretary of the APC. Your Excellency, distinguished guests, before I introduce the next on the program in you, permit me as I congratulate His Excellency, the Governor of Katsina State, Dikko Radda PhD, for achieving this laudable achievement. For we know in Nigeria, when we talk about agricultural development, as a governor, you are a top-notch and number one in that regard. Security, we know how Herculean it is, but Alhamdulillah, you did excellently well in this regard, and we say congratulations, congratulations once again. I'm praying that the Almighty will keep the flag flying. Distinguished guests, at about time I introduce the celebration of our culture, our tradition, and of course our heritage. At about time I invite those personalities that symbolizes our symbolical symbolism, the Katsina State Cultural Troupe. If you're ready, may I so submit the house to you as you so submit. Thank you. 5 minutes. Za ku zo nan gurin minti 5. Gare ku minti 5. Mun gode. Muna godiya Katsina Cultural Troupe. Amin, mun gode don Allah, a tafa musu mana don Allah, a tafa musu. Muna godiya History and Culture Bureau, kamar yadda bayani kyauta za a bada wannan irin hali kenan da dattaku hari irin na wato tsohon gwamna kuma tsohon shugaban ƙasa marigayi Umaru Musa Yar'adua. Muna godiya Dr. Radda. Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, very quickly inviting another next act is here. Alaji Dan Soja, if you're ready, may I request your indulgence to step up and, of course, display a weir. Dan Soja in ka shirya in mata Larabawa, tafaddal mashkuran. Muna ta godiya. Muna godiya, mun gode Alhaji ɗan soja, waƙa da ƙafiya, zalaƙa da zauƙi a matuƙarsu, mun gode. Za mu kira minti biyu daga girman mai martaba sarki ɗan kutso in kuwa shirya gare ku. Minti biyu do Allah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Their Excellency, we are still celebrating the culture of the people of Katsina State. You're welcome, please. Ku tsaya nan ku ci gaba. Da Allah a tafa musu da Allah muna godiya, akwai basira a cikin wannan waƙan, amma za mu dakata saboda lokaci, dole a yi rikodin mai girma gwamna ji wannan waƙa. Muna godiya, don Allah a tafa ma 'yan kutso mana, a tafa musu don so annabi. Mun gode, mun gode, mun gode. To za mu ɗau abu na gaba, don Allah a yi haƙuri, a yi haƙuri, a yi haƙuri. Mun gode, mun gode, mun gode. Mu tafa musu mana don Allah. Their Excellency, Distinguished guests, we may wish to make some adjustment on the program as I invite for the vote of thanks the Algon chair in Katsina State, who doubles as the national president of Association of Local Government of Nigeria, inviting Engineer Bello Dangakada. Let's give him please a round of applause as he steps for this. You're welcome.
Da girma gwamnan jihar Katsina Malam Dikko Umar Radda PhD CON, da girma mataimakin gwamnan jihar Katsina, da girma kakakin majalisa jihar Katsina, da girma ministan noma da ainihin abinci, masu girma 'yan majalisar jiha, da girma sakataren gwamnatin jiha, mai girma shugaban ma'aikata na gwamnatin jihar Katsina, masu girma shugabannin ƙananan hukumomi 34 na jihar Katsina, masu girma 'yan majalisar zartawa na gwamnatin jihar Katsina, masu girma sarakunan daura da na Katsina, sauran hakimai, masu girma shugabannin sassa da ma'aikatu na gwamnatin jiha, manyan baki maza da mata jama'a, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatu. Mai girma gwamnan jihar Katsina, muna godiya kwarai a madadin dukkanin al'ummomin ƙananan hukumomi 34 wanda suka taru a wannan wuri a yau domin ainihin shaidawa da kuma karɓar wannan gagarumin abin alheri, abin arziki da wannan gwamnati tamu mai albarka take yi ma al'umma jihar Katsina. Your Excellency, wannan na san ka sani ba shine na farko ba da wannan gwamnati tamu mai albarka take irin wannan ainihin abubuwa na arziki musamman a fannin noma. Wannan kusan shine karo na uku. Your Excellency, na farko an rarraba kayayyakin noman rani wanda muka kaddamar a Funtuwa a Faskari kenan a shekara da ta wuce, sannan akwai kuma a taki sama da tan 40,000 wanda aka raba a fadin jihar Katsina. Yanzu kuma Your Excellency ga mu haɗu don raba wannan kayayyakin noma na biliyoyin kuɗi don amfanin al'ummar jihar Katsina. Ko shakka babu wannan yana ɗaya daga cikin dalilan da ya sa shugaban ƙananan hukumomin jihar nan Your Excellency suke ba da dukkanin wani goyon baya da haɗin kai domin ganin cewa an isar da wannan ayyuka na alheri, saboda yadda da amincewa da muka yi akan kishi da hangen nesa na wannan gwamnati taka mai albarka da kuma son ganin an taimaki al'umma a faɗin jihar nan. Ina so in tabbatar maka mai girma gwamnan jihar Katsina za mu ci gaba da ba da dukkanin gudunmuwa da goyon baya da haɗin kai don ganin cewa wannan ainihin tsare-tsare masu albarka wanda ka taho da su a cikin wannan gwamnati ta mai albarka sun ci gaba da zuwa wurin al'umma domin ci gaban jihar Katsina da sauran al'ummomin baki ɗaya. Muna godiya kwarai akan wannan gagarumin taro, lalle wannan ba karamin nasara ba ce gare ka da kuma jihar Katsina. Muna godiya kwarai ga honorable minister akan wannan ainihin gudunmuwa da ya bada domin taimakawa da karawa akan irin wannan ainihin ayyukan arziki da wannan gwamnati ta mai albarka take yi. Muna fata kuma al'umma na ƙananan hukumomi 34 da suke wurin nan za su yi amfani da wannan kayayyaki domin haɓaka harkar noman rani da noman damana yadda Katsina za ta samu ainihin tsaro na abinci da ma faɗin Najeriya baki ɗaya, ta yadda noma zai ci gaba da kasancewa hanyar samun kudaden shiga ba kawai hanyar a ci abinci kawai ba. Muna godiya kwarai ga wannan gwamnati mai albarka karkashin shugabanmu gwamnan jihar Katsina. Muna addu'a wanda Allah ya kawo wannan wuri lafiya, Allah mai da kowa gidansa lafiya. Mun gode kwarai mai girma gwamna, mun gode kwarai sauran baki. Assalamu alaikum.
Thank you, President Algon, who also doubled as the chairman of the Algon, Katsina State. Now I wish to, in a special way, announce that His Excellency the Governor will be taking his speech here at the main stand. As soon as we are done with his speech, then we will retire downstairs where His Excellency will perform the lodging as well as inspection and presentation of inputs, assets to the beneficiaries. To ina so in sanar da jama'a a daidai wannan dandamali mai girma gwamnan jihar Katsina zai gabatar jawabinsa Bayan ya gabatar da jawabi za mu sauka ƙasa, a can ne za a yi da sauran abubuwan da suka rage, wanda zai hada da ƙaddamar da ba da wa'annan kayayyaki tare kuma da miƙa musu ga wa'anda za su amfana. Da fatan jama'a za su ba mu haɗin kai, musamman jama'an da ke wannan dandamali. Ya kamata a takaita mutanen da za su rika mai girma gwamna ya kasance sun takaita domin a samu sarari. Your Excellency, other distinguished invited guests, ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, we are at the climax of this ceremony. It is my honor and uncommon privilege to warmly invite His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Katsina State, Dikko Radda, PhD, CON, to deliver his speech. Your Excellency, sir.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد ونبيك ورسولك النبي الأمي ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. Your Excellency, the Deputy Governor of the state, Right Honorable Speaker, and members of the State House of Assembly, my brother, eminent person, an eminent personality, in person of distinguished Senator Abubakar Kari, Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, the chairman of our party, APC, the largest party in Africa, Abdullahi Ganduje, ably represented by one distinguished personality who happens to be my brother as well, distinguished Senator Basharu, who is the National Secretary of our party. Members of the National Assembly, Grand Cadi of the state, Secretary to the Government of Katsina State, Chief of Staff, members of the State Executive Council, President of Algon of the country, Engineer Bello Ndaiki, and other local government chairmen that are here, a representative of His Royal Highness the Emir of Katsina and His Royal Highness the Emir of Daura, head of the state agencies, district heads and village heads, extension workers and their supervisors, distinguished farmers that were invited here, who are the direct beneficiaries of this laudable initiative, all other protocol duly observed. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu. Before I read my speech, I would like to personally thank the federal government of Nigeria under the able leadership of Asuwaji Bola Ahmed Tinubu, as well as the Honorable Minister of Agriculture and Food Security for finding time to be with us today, and also donating these very huge items for our farmers in Katsina State. I really agree with you, Honorable Minister, that you have matched us very well. We thank you and God bless you and God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria under the renewed hope agenda. I also want to thank the chairman of our party who sent the national secretary of our party to represent him here to see what the APC governors are doing and also to be able to give their own assessment on the activities of the APC governors in Nigeria. It is with great pleasure and pride that I welcome you all to the official flag-off ceremony of the 2024-2025 dry season on the distribution of 48,000 bags of fertilizer, 4,000 power tillers, and 4,000 solar water pumps, as well as commissioning the distribution of 39,600 heads of goats under the goat breeding initiative of this administration to the tune of 5.775 million. As we mark the end of the 2024 cropping season with remarkable success in bumper harvest, which serve as a litmus test to our determination to attain food security in the state and Nigeria at large. This brings us to the beginning of another dry season, 2024-2025. Our administration has prioritized agricultural sector as the mainstay of the state economy by way of enhancing the GDP, IGR, employment opportunities, investment, and curbing rural-urban drift, mining indolence, and improve livelihood of our people. Our strategic collaboration and partnership with development partners such as NG Cares, IFAD, RAM and ACRICEL, ISDB and AFDB, among others, has opened up a green opportunities for investment into value addition, agro-processing and financial inclusion, and stimulating the local economy of our people. Last year, we started dry season farming support program where we supported farmers under 6 commodities: tomatoes, pepper, onion, cabbage, carrot, watermelon, with the drilling of boreholes, solar water pump, NPK fertilizer, urea fertilizer, herbicides, and insecticide at the 6 clusters per local government across the 34 local governments of the state, where a total of 2,400 farmers were supported in collaboration with the local government areas of the state. Today, we are doubling the number of the solar water pump to be given to the group of farmers of 4, as well as the power tillers to the group of 10 farmers, which will be greatly subsidized to the farmers and have the opening of paying within 12 months. May I at this juncture commend the generosity of the federal government through the CBN for donating fertilizer to our farmers in the state in the last rainy season. These inputs are meant to be distributed to genuine farmers, enhance food production in the state. These farm machineries are meant to reduce, if not eliminate, farm drudgery, build the resilience of our farmers from reduced access to animal traction. It is an investment in our future, your family's future and our state future, and the future of our nation by sustaining soil productivity and fertility with the fertilizer coupled with tillage machines and ensuring sustainable water application through the solar-powered machines. You can have an increased crop yield translating to high revenues and improve livelihood without altering the ecosystem as we are working towards climate change initiatives of this administration. I therefore, before I conclude, it is very important to highlight the project we implemented under the Ministry of Agriculture and Livestock in collaboration with the local government areas of the state from January 2024 to December 2024 as follows. Dry season vegetable farming across the 34 local governments, in which the government spent 1.9 billion and is 100% completed, with 2,040 farmers benefiting. Procurement of fertilizer 2024 farming season, which is the highest in all the states of the Federation, in which a single state bought a fertilizer of 21.4 billion naira, which is about 20,000 metric tons, and distributed to 350,000 farmers across the state in the last rainy season. Resuscitation of Songhai Farm at Makera, purchase of 722 motorcycles, knapsack sprayers to extension workers across the state to the tune of 839 billion naira, which has already been distributed. Women empowerment on agricultural entrepreneurship, the government was able to spend 146 million naira to help vulnerable women, about 4,426 across the state. Repairs of our tractors, which has been laying idle in the ministry, conduct of capacity training for the newly recruited extension workers, support to GBA irrigation activities, minor repairs of backward irrigation farm, irrigation dam, rehabilitation of Sagawa irrigation scheme, repairs of 3 zonal produce stores in Potua, Daura and Katsina, procurement of agrochemical spraying equipment for prevention and control of emergency outbreak, purchase and distribution of assorted seeds, which is the backbone for high yield and productivity in our country, demonstration training for enterprises in agriculture, women and youth, demonstration training for enterprises development for women and youth under IFAD, recertification of cooperative societies project in the state, rehabilitation of Dusama Songhai Center, resuscitation of cotton value chain in the state so as to bring the state back to its former glory of being the leading cotton producer in the country, development of Pan-African control episodic, ranch development. Under this ranch development, the state government was able to spend 688 million naira in 11 local governments. And we intend to develop a livestock center as well as slaughtering house in the state, which will go about 20 billion naira in the 2025 budget cycle. Agricultural mechanization, the purchase of tractors and implement for about 11 billion naira, purchase of liquid fertilizer as well, and procurement of solar water pumps and power tillers that we are distributing today to the tune of 8,281,340,000, which is going to be distributed to our farmers today. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all put our hands on deck to build a future through agriculture and industrial revolution. Finally, I wish all our farmers a successful dry season and crave your indulgence to work hard for excellence in your farming endeavor. May Almighty Allah bless Katsina State. May Almighty Allah bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria under the leadership of Asuwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Jama'a mutanen jihar Katsina, muna godiya ga Allah da ya kawo mu wannan rana a yau. Rana ce wadda muke alfahari da ita. Rana ce wadda muka zo domin mu sauke nauyin da Allah ya ɗora mana ga al'umma na ganin mun tallafa masu wajen ci gaban tattalin arzikinsu da ci gaba na rayuwarsu. Na farko zan yi godiya ga gwamnatin tarayya akan tamin zamani da ta bada aka raba wa manoma da sauran taimako da take badawa a wajen gudanar da ayyuka na ci gaba na noma. Kuma muna godiya ga minista na noma wanda ya zo wannan wuri, wanda ɗan uwanmu ne, kuma da ya zo wurin nan ya yi mana shiru bai gaya mana ba, sai da ya zo zai yi jawabi ya gaya mana irin abin arzikin da ya zo mana da shi, wanda muka hada da wannan domin a taimaka ma manoma. Muna godiya minista, muna godiya kuma ga shugaban kasa da wannan tallafi da aka bamu. Mai girma shugaban jam'iyya ta APC ta ƙasa tamu ta Najeriya, muna godiya kwarai da gaske da aka zagayo mu aka zo a ga irin abin da gwamnatocin APC na Najeriya suke gudanarwa. Kuma mun ji daɗi da aka yaba da irin wannan ƙoƙari. Insha Allah wannan abu zai ƙara mana ƙarfin gwiwa wajen ganin mun yi ma al'umma abin da ya dace. Ina son in shaida ma manyan baƙi da mutane da suka zaɓo wannan wuri, wa'annan kayayyaki da za a raba ba a nan ofis muka zauna muka raba su ba. Muna da kwamitoci a ƙarƙashin ƙungiyar da ƙarƙashin wannan ƙarƙashin a program da muka hito da shi wanda muke ci ƙirƙiro shi, kuma a kowace mazaɓa akwai kwamiti da muke kira community level committee. Wannan community level committee yana kunshe da sarakuna da limamai da malamai da ƙungiyoyin na manoma da ƙungiyoyin matasa da mata da kuma al'umma masu mahimmanci a wannan level ɗin. Wa'annan mutanen su muka ba alhakin su koma garuruwansu su tace mana masu noman rani na hakika wa'anda za mu raba ma wa'annan kayan. Na faɗa na nanata, mutane su muka ban maɗawainiyar su zaɓo mutanen da za su amfana da wannan al'amarin. Gwamna bai ce ga wanda za a ba ba, spika bai ce ga wanda za a ba ba, kwamishina bai ce ga wanda za a ba ba, sarki da sarkin Katsina da na Daura ba su ce ga wanda za a ba ba. Mutane talakawa wa'anda kayan nan nasu ne, su muka ce su koma su zauna a ƙauyukansu su zaɓo mana manoman rani, kuma in sun zaɓo mutanen su kira taro na garuruwansu gaban jama'a su faɗi sunayen wa'anda suka zaɓo. Mutane idan gaskiya ne za su amince, in ba gaskiya ba ne za su sake ba da sunayen wa'anda su ne na haƙiƙa. An turo mani bidiyo wanda na gani a wasu mazaɓin an fara wannan aiki, kuma abin gwanin ban sha'awa. Mutane suna shiga suna ba da gudunmuwarsu kuma suna yin abin da ya dace. Baburan nan su kuma wannan galma ta huɗa wadda za a ba manoma, ita ma wannan tsarin muka ce a je a bi don gano haƙiƙanin mutanen da suke buƙata amfani da ita, wa'anda kuma in an ba su kayan za su yi amfani da shi ne a gonakinsu ba sayarwa za su yi ba. Kuma mun ce ma ma'aikata ta noma ta sanya idanu da wa'annan kwamitoci da muka yi na CLC a kowane ƙauye domin ganin cewa kayayyakin da aka kai wannan wurin ba su fita daga inda aka kai su ba, an bada su domin amfanin wa'annan mutanen. Sannan mun ba wannan kwamitin damar cewa su zaɓo mana mata wa'anda suke kiwo domin mu ba su awaki a kowane mazaɓa. Za mu zaɓo mata guda 10 wa'anda za a ba awakin nan, mata guda 3 namiji guda 1, wanda za su yi amfani domin su bunƙasa kiwo, su bunƙasa noma a wannan jiha tamu ta Katsina. In Allah ya yarda wannan dama da amana da aka ba al'umma, muna fatan al'umma su riƙe wannan amanar da kyau, su yi abin da ya dace, a raba mu mutane kayan nan daidai irin bukatunsu, kuma daidai irin sana'o'in da suke yi, daidai irin amfanin da ya kamata a ce sun yi da shi. Kuma muna son mu tabbatar mu al'umma cewa wannan gwamnatin abin da take da manufarta akan wannan abin shine abubuwan da take yi su rika kaiwa ga wanda ake yin abin domin shi. Muna samun nasarori kwarai akan haka, kuma muna sa mutane su sanya idanu su tabbatar da cewa abubuwan nan an yi amfani da su yadda ya kamata ya amfani da su, kuma an raba su ga wanda ya kamata a raba su. Sannan kuma muna fatan in Allah ya yarda muna nan mu ma mutanen jihar Katsina shiri na takin zamani da za mu raba wannan damina mai zowa, wadda za mu raba shi in Allah ya yarda kahin ruwa ya sabka a wannan jiha tamu. Kuma ina so in tabbatar ma mutane tarakatocin da muka sayo domin amfanin manoma a mechanized centers da za mu yi a ƙananan hukumi 34 suna cikin ruwa, za su iso ƙasar nan, wurin da za a haɗa su da inda za a buɗe workshop ɗinsu. Ko shekaran jiya na je na gano wurin, na ga aikin da ake gudanarwa a wurin, domin so muke mu ɗauko yara daga ƙananan hukumomi su zo a haɗa taraktocin nan gabansu, su koyi yadda ake haɗa su, su koyi yadda ake gyaran su, domin in an tahi an ban mu su ya zamana muna da wa'anda a kowace ƙaramar hukuma za su iya gyaran su, za su iya ɗaukar duk wani abu da ya kamata na gyararraki domin mu kawo ma matasan mu ci gaba, mutanen mu su san abin da ake ciki, kuma mu samun masu abin yi a lokacin da ya dace. Jama'a mutanen jihar Katsina muna godiya kwarai da gaske, iyaye, sarakuna, malaman gona da sauran mutane da suka zo wannan wuri, muna yi maku fata alheri. Extension workers ɗin da muke da su a jihar Katsina wanda aka ɗauka sabbi aka ba su kayan aiki, muna roƙon ku sanya idanu wajen yadda za a yi amfani da kayayyakin nan a wuraren da kuke kula da wa'annan al'amuran. Muna kira da community level committees su sanya idanu ga kayayyakin nan, su tabbatar da cewa ana amfani da su yadda ya dace. Muna fatan Allah Ubangiji ya ƙara mana bunƙasuwar tattalin arziki, ya yaye mana talauci. Ubangiji Allah ya ƙara mana albarka. Wannan noman rani da aka fara na wannan lokaci, muna fatan Allah ya sa albarka a cikin shi. Buƙatan mu a jihar Katsina shine a riƙa yin noma wata 12 a cikin shekara. Wannan zai kawar da zaman banza ga al'ummarmu. Kuma wannan aiki an fara kenan, ba an gama ba. Insha Allah za mu ci gaba da kawo abubuwan da za su kawo ci gaba a wannan jiha tamu, a wannan ƙasa tamu, domin mu samu ingantattar ƙasa. Allah kuma ya ƙara mana zaman lafiya. Kuma muna godiya ga mutanen jihar Katsina yadda suke ba 'yan security watch ɗinmu goyon baya, yadda suke ba 'yan sanda da sojoji goyon baya wajen kawo ƙarshen ta'addanci a jihar nan. Bai rabu da mu ba, amma ya rabu da mu. Muna roƙon Allah ya ƙara rage shi gare mu, ya raba mu da shi. Allah ya ƙara mana zaman lafiya ingantatta a jihar Katsina. Muna godiya ga Allah. Allah ya mai da kowa gidan shi lafiya. Manyan baƙinmu da suka zo, Allah ka mai da ku gida lafiya. Allah ya ba mu zaman lafiya a Katsina da Najeriya baki ɗaya. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuhu.
Welcome back from the live telecast. We'll now continue with our regular programs. Stay tuned.